Empathy requires us to stand in the shoes of our customers, users, and stakeholders, to see and feel their frustrations with current services, product performance, and the outcomes they experience in undertaking a job. This empathy process is what guides us to discover, identify, and validate the insights that are the gold of innovation. The ISO principles relating to Discovery Step 2 is exploiting insights. Discovery Step 2 consists of 5 parts. Step 1, 2, and 3 are research activities undertaken concurrently, while Step 4 leads to the development of your draft needs statements, and Step 5 is the first step in prioritizing these. Starting with the research phase of Discovery Step 2, there are 3 channels of research we undertake. In Channel 1, we start with observation. This allows us to observe the job to be done in its natural environment. The findings from this observation activity are captured and used to inform your customer journey map. This will allow you to start identifying patterns in what works well and what doesn't. In Channel 2, you will start by identifying who are your key customers, users, and stakeholders using the stakeholder map. You can then identify who you need to engage with in your various interview sessions. Based on the outputs from the initial observations and customer journey mapping, you can identify areas that require further information and clarifications. This is how you start to draft your question sets. Always be ready to probe for deeper meaning around the situation and the implications caused by these initial observed issues. Capture interview responses using the analytical matrix. And the purpose of this template allows you to capture, identify patterns in the responses across a range of users and customers. You will find a very useful technique called points in the guide to help you do this. You can then start to develop your persona maps. The aim of your persona map is to keep your team focused on the key user, customer, and stakeholders involved. This is a reference point you refer to throughout the discovery process. The third channel relates to market research. In the competitor analysis and market differentiation tool, this involves benchmarking competitive solutions against a list of benefits and their relevance to the buying decision. You will also research trends and market data that informs market insights, and this is captured using Porter's 5-Force template. In Part 4, having undertaken all this research through your observation, interviews, and secondary research, you will have identified a number of insights. You are now ready to capture each of these in a need statement. These focus on articulating the need, defining the population cohort, and what is the root cause of the problem, as well as what an ideal outcome would be, without specifying any form of solution. We will take all our draft need statements and we will start prioritizing them with user and customers using the needs statement prioritization tool. This involves asking 3 questions about each need statement, which then allows us to prioritize them. We then have a second business filter called Strategic Alignment Tool. We filter the draft need statements in terms of their alignment to our business objectives. The outputs of Discovery Step 2 are as follows. You will have observed and gathered unmet and unarticulated needs with the current solutions. You will have clarified any unknowns through semi-structured interviews. You will have captured and analyzed patterns of responses in the analytical matrix. You will have formulated a set of draft need statements. And you will have validated and prioritized these draft need statements with customers and ensured they are aligned to your business objectives. By the end of this step, we will have the first set of filtered need statements ready to explore further in Discovery Step 3.